Hello and welcome to ALCA's Aging Life Care Moment. We are talking with members to hear how they got started in their aging life care practice, but also diversity issues within ALCA and the care management industry. Today we are talking with Kizzy Chambers, who is an owner of RR Care Management in Orlando, Florida. Kizzy, welcome, and tell us, how did you get started in care management?
Good afternoon, Courtney. Welcome. Thank you for welcoming me. It was really funny how I got started. I worked in the hospital setting for over 10 years, and I knew I was at the point of my life where I needed to change. I felt like I was not doing my purpose in life was to really be hands-on with patients and to help them throughout the process. So I start transitioning to look at how I can work in the community and help that transition bridge that gap between the post-discharge hospital and meeting their needs in the community. And as I started doing my research, I actually came across care management and read what it was about. And I was like, that is exactly what I'm looking to do. I do have to say I reached out to a mentor, Diane Reynolds, and I took a chance at calling Diane just to ask her more about care management, more about what it looks like, and if she would mentor me. And without any hesitation, she took on that task. So I really have to applaud Diane she is an Aging Life Care member for taking on that task for me. And as she mentored me, I realized that this was my purpose. This is what I decided to do. And I decided to start this to work as a care manager in 2015.
Mm. And, I hear so often, that through finding someone who's a practicing aging life care manager and a member of the Aging Life Care Association, ALCA, that's how most people find out about it. How long have you been a member of ALCA, and what's been your experience, with the association that you've
I
been
feel
doing?
like I was a member, I think early on in 2016. Um, it could be 2015, but I believe 2016 I became a member, and my experience has been great. However, it's important to know that it took a lot on my behalf, meaning that I had to do my part. I couldn't just join the organization or the association. It felt like I'm supposed to get all my needs met. I had to play my part. And so by me playing my part, meaning becoming an active member, going to the conferences, volunteering to be on committees, to be open when someone asked me to do something, that made me feel more enmeshed with the members, and I felt like I was in the right place. Although when you walk in, when I first attended my first annual conference, of course I'm walking around looking for people that looks like me, and the only persons that really looked like me were the vendors, not any other care managers. And so that experience was something new and unique to me for the most part, and that was something I had to get used to, of actually feeling comfortable around people who really didn't look like me, but understanding that I am just as good as they are and valuable and as a care manager as they are.
Yeah, that's a great point. What you put in is what you're going to get out of it the more you do. And, over the last year, ALCA has reestablished or pulled together this diversity and inclusion task force. And I know you're active on that. What are some of your thoughts around diversity within ALCA and the aging life care practice, where we can attract more diverse members?
My thoughts, as I noted earlier, that one of the first things I quickly recognized was there were not a lot of people who looked like me, and not only just from the color standpoint, but even age. I'm much younger than most of the care managers, so trying to connect with the care managers who are older and those who are not comfortable with change, where I come in with all this energy and I have all these ideas and I want to make the world better. It took some time for some of the care managers to adapt to me, per se, and probably many others on two different levels. One, maybe because I don't speak like them, or I don't look like them, or I don't dress like them. So it was, I had some of those challenges, but I also had some great experiences too. So I think just one of the things that what the organization is doing at the national level by actually developing this diversity and inclusion task force is one of the best things that could have happened for people of my color, or just minority group altogether. I mean, we focus on people of my color, but you know, you have the Hispanic, you have other minority groups that are actually not well represented in the Aging Life Care Association that will benefit from being very well represented. Another thing I think that we do and we can do well is, we talked about this before, is reaching out to some of the historical Black colleges and universities and explaining what is Aging Life Care and what is it and how does that look and how does that play in your future. And one of the things I wrote down here as you and I talked earlier is, presented to as an opportunity to do your job. And when I say that, we often say people of color, we do a lot of talking, we do a lot of speech, we quit to say, well, this is not what we want, it's not enough there for us. But what the Aging Life Care Association from a national level and the local level is doing, what they are doing right now is giving us a platform to speak, right? And to demonstrate and to ask to say what we need, and they are willing to kind of meet us halfway. But that's just a piece of the puzzle. The other part of the puzzle is our action. What do we do with that, right? And so when we have this opportunity, we need to embrace it. We need to take heed and try to do some things, take an opportunity and educate members within the group of what it looks like or what it feels like to be different, to be unique, to be Black, what our family cultural values are, and how that structure and how religion plays a big deal in the decision-making process in a lot of the Black communities, as well as the Hispanic population. And that led me, I am part of the Professional Development Committee in the state of Florida. And after I became very involved in the diversity and inclusion task force, I talked with Tara Bailey and said, hey, if they are doing this on a national level, we should be doing this locally. And without any hesitation, we develop a corner, a cultural value corner that goes out monthly, that we talk about something culturally related to help educate all the members in the state of Florida on something new or different based on ethnicity, cultural, you know, whatever it may be, just to, so that way we show we are embracing it as well.
That's such a great idea, you know, that cultural corner, and just, you know, all of the different ways, like you said, you know, to participate and then to be empowered to go do,
Exactly.
go do this work. And, you know, I guess the good news is we're in January, and so we, you know, we've got a full year ahead of us where we can really get active in speaking up and talking to other people about the association, and like you said, especially people who may not know about us or think about us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Kizzy. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate you reaching out and actually finding it valuable to speak with me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.